Welcome back to the channel, guys. Working on the wife's car again. We got the new headlight bulbs in, but now we're going to work on the headlight lenses themselves. So you can kind of see they're not horrible. They're actually glazed over just a little bit, and in person, let me turn this light off, maybe you can see it a little better. In person, they're actually a lot worse. Whether it's picking it up in the camera, it's kind of hard to tell or not. But it's something that happens, unfortunately, to a lot of vehicles. You can kind of see the ridge there that's happening. I don't know if it's just an oxidation that happens. This side's kind of worse. But anyway, we got a kit. We're going to see how well it does. I really know nothing about these kits. I know there's a bunch of different stuff online or TikTok or this or that says this works, that works, blah, blah, blah. But I just picked this up from Napa Headlight Restoration System. It's kind of a step system. You see all the different tools. So we're going to follow this kit and see what happens. We'll do it before and after. Alright, so here's the kit. Comes with the attachment. So use your favorite drill. 500 grit sanding, and then a little 800 grit, and then a fine-tune 300, and then a polishing that we're going to use the rubbing compound on. All these little pieces will get attached to this piece, and then of course the instructions. I know, follow the instructions, right? So we'll start with this. We start with the 500 grit, it says, and we'll go from there. Alright, one thing it said is just a light medium pressure with the 500 grit, because we don't want to overdo it, and we don't want to do it all in just one spot. So we want to continuously moving it. So we'll give it a shot. Alright, so the instructions said sand it until basically there is a white frosted film evenly sanded. So basically what that looks like. Now I'm not going all the way just because this is really all we're looking for. I'm not too worried about that side. We'll see how it turns out. If I need to go back and fix it, obviously I can. I'll probably just do one side first, see how it turns out, and if I need to do the whole side to the other, then I'll do that. Now we're moving to the 800 grit, and basically same process. to the 3000. Okay, hold on. All right, now on to the 3000 grit. So you can tell it's actually a little clearer from the 500 grit to the 800 grit. But now the 3000, and it says to dampen the 3000, and if it starts to dry a little bit, to dampen the lens. I think this is when it's going to kind of start to clear up the lens a little bit before we polish it. So we'll see what happens. Now it does say in this process to just basically keep doing it. It's 4 to 6 passes, and you can even go upwards of 10 to 12 passes. You're wanting just to kind of make it as clear as you can while making all the big scratches, all the scratches that you can get out. Right now, overall, I would say it looks pretty good. It's got a light haze to it, which compared to before is pretty good. I'll probably do a couple more passes before we go to the polishing wheel, which the polishing wheel will really probably brighten it up. All right, now we're going on to the rubbing compound. Oops. So we got that installed on the drill. Just a dime size, and we'll kind of smear it onto the lens first before we turn the gun on. That way we are not just splattering it everywhere. And we'll see how she turns out. All right, I grabbed a different microfiber just to make sure I didn't contaminate it, but it is a significant difference. I'm turn the camera on, you can tell a little bit, compared to what it was and what it is now. So we'll take a quick, this is after, and you can tell this is much cloudier. You just see a lot of residue. This one I have not done yet. This side is significantly clear. Pretty good kit. You know, I know there's some home remedies that people do, but for what it was, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, whatever it was at Napa, I'd say it works for what it's intended. Definitely worth it. So I'll get the other side done, and we'll turn the lights on and see how much brighter it is. All right, guys, on to the passenger side. One thing I did not do on the driver's side, which I should have, and it even said in the instructions, took me a little bit to actually find some, but was to mask it off. I did pretty good on the other side as far as, you know, scratching or anything like that, but it's still a bit safer and better. Just do a quick mask. Doesn't take long. So again, I'm not going to go super far, so I didn't mask like the whole thing. I might polish all the way back, but the main thing I'm cleaning up, you know, is right here where the actual headlight is. So this one is actually kind of worse. It's gonna be hard to tell. Maybe if I turn this off. But there's pretty deep scratches and pits, probably just from the road and whatnot. But I'm not gonna be able to get like those out. But since the headlight is actually right here, I'm not too worried about it. I'd probably be here all day trying to get those out. So I'm just gonna kind of continue on and not worry about that. All right, and that is the last one. Definitely a major improvement. Runtime on my GoPro right now is a little over 15.5 minutes. So something, if you have everything set up, that can be done, you know, half hour to an hour, really kind of depending on each vehicle and the headlight size, obviously. So not a terribly hard job. Obviously you need a drill for this particular kit. I know there's different kits that you don't need it, home remedies that you don't need a drill, but I would say this is a good one. I would use this one again for sure if I need to do this again. So thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and share. And this is Jeremy with Super Duper Garage. Thank you.